showed me Tinder, right? It's about 2:30 in the morning, okay? And next thing you know, I'm matched up with some young lady, and I'm headed over to her house, right? And I stopped and got some wine on the way there, you know, because I'm like a pervert, but I'm like a gentleman at it, you know? I'm like a pervertleman, you know? Like, oh, I bought us this bottle of Let's Fuck. So I get to this lady's place, right? It's right over by Benedict Canyons, right? It's about 2:45 a.m. And, oh, here's the crazy part, dude. This young lady didn't have any legs on her body, right? Swear to God, dude. And this isn't a story making fun of someone that doesn't have legs, okay? We all have impairments. I have a million of them. But this is a story where someone in the story happens to not have any legs, okay? Because them people are in stories as well. But here's the crazy part, okay? From looking at the pictures on your phone, you don't know that she don't have any legs, right? The pictures are just up chest, right? So from looking at the pictures, you think that everybody have legs. So I get to this lady's house, dude, right? Right when I swear to God, dude, right when I get there, I get a text on my phone that says, I'm gonna leave the front door unlocked. I'll be in my room. Second door down the hallway, door will be open, light will be on. Now that's a text you get if you're gonna get murdered, okay? That's a murderer's welcome, you know? But when you're all coked up, you just think like, oh, this girl's playing hard to get in her own house, right? So I go in this lady's house, dude, okay? Because the cocaine's like, get in there, fuck, son, right? And the last logical part of my brain is like, dude, you might get stabbed, okay? But the cocaine's like, you might get stabbed and still fuck, son. You a G. You a G. So I go in this lady's living room, dude, right? And it's nice in there. It's not real nice. Because one of my big fears is getting murdered somewhere. And when you get murdered, your mom sees those pictures when you get murdered, you know? So, like, I don't want to get murdered and I'm laying next to a bunch of ratchet shit, like a dirty baby crib and half a sleeve of crackers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you get shot, fucking fall by something nice, you know, like a plant or an ottoman, you know? Something where when your mom see the picture, it's just going to leave a little bit of rest in her heart, right? So it's nice in there, but not real nice, right? Like candles, but no art. So I go through this lady's home, dude, right? And I'm walking through the living room, and I get to her room, and the door's open, and she's there. The girl from the pictures is there, and she's laying in her bed, and she had the covers pulled up real high like this. Remember how high the big bad wolf had them? High as they go? That's how high she had them, right? So I sit on her bed, right, and I'm just talking to her, you know, flirting, just getting gentle with her and everything. And I still think that everybody has legs, right? I still think that it's fucking BYOL, right? Like if somebody ran in the room and was like, who has legs in here? I think both me and her would raise our hand, you know? We good, next house. We good. So I still just keep flirting, right? Flirting. And things are going swell, right? So I slip in the bed next to her, right? And I'm just kind of kissing on her neck and everything, up in here on a sugar shelf, up in here, you know, and just kind of feeling down her body like this, grab on them undies a little, you know, ram, you know? And then I keep feeling down her body, and my hand gets here, and it kind of boomerangs back up a little, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, is she laying down Indian style, you know? Because I'm dumb, dude. I've always been dumb. So I feel again, right, and my hand boomerangs back up, right? This was the worst time of my life. And I'm like, how tall are you, right? Which is a crazy question to ask somebody that's like in between heights, really, right? So that's when this girl looks at me with like this alarming look, dude, and a look you probably only ever seen if you've been in like the Vietnams or whatever, right? And that's when I realized something is amiss, you know? And then I kind of see at the covers, it looked like two little rabbits kind of jumped a little, you know? Like they was twins and I can't even explain it, right? So at that point, like if you're laying in bed next to someone and you don't know if they have legs or not, right? The only way to find out, like you literally have to like really, you gotta fucking like run a leg check on them with your leg, right? You gotta fucking scan them down, right? So I fucking bedazzle, right? 0 for 2, okay? And now, dude, I'm alarmed, dude. First thing I thought was, this girl works for the devil, right? And they are stealing people's legs. They're fucking leg jacking. You know what I'm saying? They're leg jacking, bro. And they got a couple Latinos out back just throwing limbs into a fucking Honda. You know what I'm saying? Just limbing up a Civic, you know? And no offense, Latinos, man. Y'all ain't the ones taking them. It's a white dude hacking them off. You got a Hebrew at the register, but it's definitely 2 Latino dudes fucking limbing up a Civic, okay? Let's be factual. So I'm like, I gotta get out of here, and I really gotta get back to Christ, right? So, but then here was my dilemma, dude. I'm like, I gotta go to the restroom, right? I gotta go tinkle, right? So then I'm like, how do I get out of the room, right? Like, I didn't want to be a dick. Surely it seemed like, surely I don't just be like, I'm just gonna walk to the restroom, right? Or anywhere I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, that seemed rude to me. Like, because I don't know what the rules are. If somebody don't have legs, how do you get around by them, you know? So I fucking, like, scooted off of this lady's bed and, like, just kind of, like, just pushed myself out of the room on my side, dude.
My wife is a very, very, very cool lady. She's very cool. She has to be to put up with me. And I actually knew that I was going to marry her on our first date we ever went out on. I had gone out the night before and had gotten a little too drunk, and my stomach was really not feeling very good. But I knew I didn't want to cancel on her. So we go out to dinner, and it was one of those magical nights, guys. And I really do hope everybody has a night like this, where you're sitting across from the person that you basically know you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And I'm sitting across from her, and we're laughing, and we're joking, and things are going amazing, and I feel a sneeze coming on. Now, I sneeze like this. Ah! Like I'm like a mouth sneezer. The fucking worst. The mouth sneezer is the worst. So I don't want to scare her on our first date. So instead of, ah! I plug my nose. And when I plug my nose, I shit my pants. Swear to God, first date, future wife, poopy pants, everybody, right? And I'm sitting there, and the expression, she must have seen it change on my face, because it was like, because she reached over and she grabbed my hand, and she was like, I know, it's a great date, I feel it too. And I was like, man, I hope you don't feel it from across the table. She said, excuse me, I have to use the restroom. And I was thinking, you have to use the restroom. I am the fucking restroom at this point in time, right? So, what's my instinct when she leaves? As a man, what's my instinct? Run! You know why I didn't do that, man? I had shit in my pants. That's why I didn't do that. That's one of the, that's this run here. You know that? That terrible run from your car to your front door with your keys in your hand like this? Fuck. By the way, let me ask everybody, speaking of which, when you're in your car, why do you have to shit more when you see your house? Like, what is it about your house? Sometimes I don't even know I gotta shit. I pull into my driveway, I'm like, I'm gonna shit in my car! Crazy, right? I'm not the only person that's ever shit in the front lawn, am I? Am I the only person? So I decide I gotta tell her. Yes, what else? I have run through the Rolodex in my head. I got nothing. I gotta be honest with her. So she comes back, she sits down, and I said, I have to tell you something. And she said, you can tell me anything. And I said, we're about to find out, aren't we? I shit my pants. You know what she said? You know how I knew she was for me? She looked me straight in the eye and she goes, I knew it! I knew you shit your pants. I'm sitting 2 feet away from you. You don't think I could smell that you shit your pants? Everybody in this section knows that you have shit in your pants. And I was like, no way. And the guy next to me was like, yeah, dude. She said, you know, I went to the bathroom so you could leave with some dignity, but you're here when I get back. What's the deal with that? And I said, how are we going to get out of here? She said, well, we're going to pretend like you're retarded and walk you out the front door. And that, my friends, is love.
I don't like feeling like a sexual deviant because I enjoy a healthy dose of mouth kissing with my red wine. That is my ideal evening. Here's my ideal evening, okay? We go on a date, go out with like a really hot guy. Like I'm like about a 7, he needs to be a 10 because I have a great personality. Okay, so we go out, we get shit-faced off red wine, and then we make out for 20 to 25 minutes, and then I go eat pizza. He goes, I don't want you. Girls like to get drunk and we like to eat. We don't want you there. Guys are like, oh, I'm wasted, let's have sex. No, it's a mess. There's paperwork, there's goo. I don't want to deal. You want to have brunch together like adults tomorrow and talk about the semantic of it, fine, we can do that. But for now, no. I have a burrito I have to get to. That's the way I feel about it. And guys, they always try to trick you, like, I'm so turned on. How's this? I don't give a fuck. How's that for an answer? How, in what way does that affect me? No, look what you did to me. How's that? Is that doing it? Still turned on? If I got pregnant, you'd say it was my problem. So the way I see it, sir, your massive hard-on is your issue. Out of the Honda. Out of the Honda, I've got cold fries in the refrigerator that I think I can do that.
Stopped online dating. Don't like it. Now I just date the old-fashioned way. I just walk outside and hope. That's how people used to date before online dating. You would just put makeup on and go outside and be like, ta-da! I hope it's today. That's all they had to do. They don't have to swipe or make a profile or anything. So much easier. It's nice to not swipe. If I don't like something now, I just look away. That's my swipe. I just go, ugh. I dated a guy who emojied too much. It was so gross. He emojied every text, had a stupid face on it. You know how annoying that is? That's like talking to a guy, and after every sentence, he's like...
How many Iranians here? Iranians, let me hear it. Iranians. Oh, cool. That's very nice of you, very nice. Very nice. I'm glad you all came out. That's very sweet, man. Iranians are good people, man. One thing, cool thing is there's so many Iranians live in Los Angeles that actually other races are very familiar with our culture. Like, white guy, for example, like a lot of my white friends, like they've dated Persian girls. They're like, oh yeah, I dated this girl named Nilüfer. It's like, all right, cool. And they always have some shit to say. But, Middle Eastern women, I'm going to say this. Middle Eastern women, they all have one thing in common. One thing. They all say this when you meet a Middle Eastern or specifically a Persian girl, when you meet them, they all say the same line. I go, hi, where are you from? Persian, nice to meet you. She goes, oh, I know, I am Persian. I am Persian, but I'm not a typical Persian girl. I swear I'm not a typical Persian. I'm very different. I am so different you don't even know. I'm not a typical Persian girl. And you're looking like, are you serious? Like you're wearing black head to toe, 5 pounds of makeup and a Gucci bag, and the nose job? No, this is not a nose job. This is not a nose job. See, I had breathing problem. And the doctor said, you have to get a job right now. See, I couldn't breathe. My nose was like this. And the air was getting stuck in the mountain right here. No, seriously. And my brain was going without the oxygen. So I had to get a nose job right there. I didn't care to make it beautiful. I just had to do it. Now my nose is like this. When I breathe, it goes straight into my head. Oh, I feel so much better. I am not a typical Persian girl. Very different.